Y'all can hear me? Okay. So today we're doing 3 presentations. The first one will be a short one, it's just a company presentation, so we make it as short as possible. And then Dhammika will do a technical presentation, and I'll do a quick team building activity as well as a small presentation. So we're going to give away an iPod as well. So anyone who wants to win it here? Okay, so no one, I can just take it home then. Yeah? Cool. So, Smile says, I don't know, maybe, right? Yeah. Okay. Presentation, and when Dr. Shirumi asked if you all know us, we saw a lot of smiles. Is that to say yes? Okay. So anyone who knows where we actually located? Yeah, if you all join us, that's where you all will be located at, down Flower Road. And also we have another office in Bambarande, that's called the Operations Center. So Flower Road is called the Engineering Center. So we are headquartered in Redwood City, that's where the Silicon Valley is. So who are we? Any idea what we do? You all know we're an IT company, that's why we're here. Any idea what we do? So you all knew that we are doing this presentation, right? So we are curious to know what we do actually. So, okay, now I have a problem. Now I'm asking questions, no one's answering, and it's my lucky day. I get to take the iPod home, I think. Yeah? So we do this, actually we do 4 to 5 technical presentations in Moto as well. So every time we ask a question, they answer, and then we're like, oh my god, now who are we going to give the technical? The iPod too, we have a problem. But here, lucky days for me, I just get to take it home, yeah? So moving on, so the first slide just explains what I just told you now. So we are a technology company. We call ourselves a technology company, not just a software company, because our solutions come with hardware as well. So that's why we would like to call ourselves a technology company. And our company vision, we are a default technology and a services company even now. So but our company vision is to become the default technology and services gateway to the hospitality and the restaurant industry in the US by 2018. So that's where we sell our products. Currently we don't sell it in Sri Lanka, we sell it in the US. So we are fully owned subsidiary of Cisco. This is not the Cisco router company. So this is Cisco, they are a food servicing company. So they are huge. They have a customer base of actually corporate customer base of 700,000 customers. And then there are 65, so it's almost close to Sri Lanka's GDP. So that's how big they are. Moving on, so since Cisco owns us, we have a big reach through their distribution channels. And then, of course, we have a big vision. It's always good to dream big. So big vision is to become the technology platforms in the restaurant industry. And we operate in a huge market, which has $660 billion a year. The industry that we are operating in the US has a lot of money. So that's one of the reasons why we are operating and concentrating only in the restaurants and the hospitality industry. Any questions? So we kept that really short, see? Moving on. No more about, just going on and on about Leapset without making it relevant. So we're just moving on to the platform. So currently, we build products to the outside, front, middle and rear of the products that we have actually will cover outside, front, middle and rear. So I have listed down products which covers the 4 areas that I told you. You all can see what they are. So moving on, this is the UI of our flagship product, which we call it Synco. That's our point of sales product. It includes multiple hardware and software, and even exposed to third-party developers. So this is another front end of one of our other products called Insights. So it's enterprise software. It gathers data from, extracted data from credit cards. So this is an analytical software. So this is our online ordering view device again. So guest manager, another product of us. So this is a reservations software. So all our products will not only benefit the consumers, it will also benefit the merchants. So I've just listed, benefits to the consumers, the benefits to the merchants. I've listed there. All of y'all can see this. You all can see this, right? In the behind? Okay. So Leapset Technologies. So we have a strong mobile team with us. So they develop Android and iOS softwares, apps to the US market. If you go on the App Store, you all will be able to see a couple of apps. So I have just one downloaded here, Leapset app. All are free. You all can just download and have a look at those. So I have just taken this information from the mobile team and listed them. So don't worry, everything is verified. So even though I'm from HR, all this content is verified. So yeah, don't worry. So this is what we actually do at Leapset. So and also we have hosted our POS in a cloud server. So the web technologies that we use. So these are just a few tools that we use under it. Jira for defect tracking, Stash, Git for repository and parallel development, code reviewing using Crucible and Stash. Then Maven Shell script-based automated build tools. So any questions of the technologies or technology stack or tools, you all can meet Dhammika and ask for more. And also we have shared the email addresses, can contact me so I can actually direct you all to the correct person that you all want to know about any of these things in detail. And Dr. Shiromi unfortunately just gave us 2 minutes, so it's a 40-slide presentation. I have to just do this as fast as I can and then give it to Dhammika. His presentation is also long, so we try to give as much as possible during this 2 hours. So the technologies, continuing this technology stack, the front end, most of front end is built using JavaScript, and then most, the backend technology, the language that we use for backend coding is Java. So that's what is listed here under JavaScript programming, and so Java-based backend, API hardware access. So that's what this slide explains. So overview of the Linux experience. So I could say, so if I had come here last year, I would have told you 100% of our engineers are using Linux-based open source. But this year I have to tell you all a different story. Now it has become 99% because we've just acquired a payment gateway company, and there's a bit of .NET developing is going on these days too. So that's why I can't tell you that we are 100% open source anymore. There's a bit of Windows-based OS developing as well. So here we go. So we just launched our payment, our own payment gateway in 2015 January, just 2 months ago. So payment gateway coding and all that is done using C# and .NET. So we process PayPal and Apple Pay payments on this. We have a very strong data and analytics team as well. So we cover, in that department, we work on database engineering, database administration, data warehousing and BI, then data analytics, research and mining. So again, they have listed some of the technologies and the tools that they use in that department. So Leapset framework, tools and technologies. So again, I've taken all those into one slide, so you all can quickly go through this. And like I said, any questions, you can direct it to Dhammika, or you can contact me. I can direct you to the relevant person in the relevant department. Right. So we have a very strong QA team as well. One of the very few companies in Sri Lanka who does test automation. So very senior test automation team we've got. So anyone who's interested in QA, not just manual testing, but QA test automation, can join us too and have a prospective career with us. So this is a bit about the automation team. Okay, so this is, I think, the most important one for you at this moment is the internship. So at Leapset, we call our internship 6-month startup. Anyone who had gone to our website? Okay, so few hands I see that raising. So any idea what 6-month startup is? Internship? And why we call a 6-month startup? So the answer is here. So a difficult task for me to give that iPod away now. But like I said, at least today is my lucky day. So why we call this a 6-month startup is because we actually stimulate a startup experience for you all. So not just that you all will come in during that 6 months, you all will fix bugs or do patches or maybe do a small say task, a very basic coding. We don't do that. What we do is we'll take you all through the whole software life cycle. So that's why we call this a 6-month startup. You all will come up with your own idea and you all will build it with the team and you all will deploy that as well. So that's why we call this the 6 months startup. So in the 6-month startup, we take you all through a process. So that is first, of course, you all should be onboarded. So we onboard you all, and then we will rotate you all, not actually physically rotate you all, but we call this the rotation phase is because we rotate you all from one project team to another. By doing so, you all will learn everything, every technology that we're using, every tool that we're using, get exposure to all, say, software languages that we use for coding. So you all will first go through or work with, actually not a long time, but 2 to 4 days, you all will actually work with our project teams. So that's what you all will be doing during the rotation phase. The next phase happens simultaneously. The training is, there's weekly innovation sessions and weekly workshops for you all to build your soft skills and your technical skills. So the next, that happens simultaneously to the other events. Say now, so when you're joined, first week itself, there'll be a technical workshop for you all or an innovation session on a Friday. So, and then at the same time, you all will be working with one of our project teams. So that can happen simultaneously, right? So you'll get how it works. So after that, we call the next phase as the ideation phase. So in the ideation phase, what we do is we will help you all to come up with your own idea. Now, since you all have worked with all our teams, so it will help you all to know what we are already doing. So otherwise, if we don't, get you all to work with our teams, you all will come up with something that we are already doing. So it will be a waste of time. Apart from, you all will get the exposure to all technologies and the tools that we are using, and get familiar and bond with our teams, which will help you all in latter stages. Apart from that, the other reason why you all will be working with different teams is because that will help you all to study what we are already doing, so it will not, so that you all will not come up with something that we are already doing. So in the ideation, so we are usually only picking 4 interns. So through technical interviews, we select 4 interns. We can't accommodate, currently we can't accommodate more than 4 because more than what we get of you all, we actually invest a lot of time. So we can't invest time for more than 4 people. So we currently only take 4. In the future, we are looking at if at all if we can expand. But then from your batch also we'll be taking 4. So 4 of one of you all will be with us soon. So what you all will do is at the ideation stage, individually you all will come up with an idea. So since you are still undergraduates, just having an idea will not help you all to come up with building your product, right? So you all need grooming from senior architects who are like you all will be directly groomed by senior architects, as well as our director engineering. There are 3 directors of engineers, so they will help you all as well. So they will closely work with you all and help you all groom that basic idea that you all have to make it at least not just sound like a product, but to make it an actual product. So after that, what we do is we will train you all on presentation skills. What we think is something that you all need. So that is to help you all pitch that idea. So see, you all will have a very good technical product or a really good product in mind, but if you all don't know how to pitch it, then you all will not go anywhere with that product, right? Even in the future, actually with the idea, if you all don't know how to go and pitch it to someone about the idea, so it will be a waste. So what we'll do is after we help you all groom that idea into a product, then we will help you all how to pitch that. We'll assist you all in how to do a good presentation, and then the 4 interns that who's there with us will pitch that idea that they have individually to our director board at a pitching contest. So we make it sound huge, so that our interns will actually they put an effort for it, right? So because of that we would organize a pitch contest, and so you all will pitch in front of our director board, plus all fellow Leapsetters will be there. So now don't make that a reason not to join us, don't worry. By the time you all be trained well, you all will be asking, so when is this? You all will be very eager to present your idea. So sure, you all will not make the pitching contest not a reason to join us. Instead, it will be a reason to join us. So after that, the last stage is the designing stage. So there also, since your undergraduates need help in designing, you all will be working closely with our senior architects and senior technical leads. So they'll help you all design your own work, and then so only one person can win the pitch contest. We love to get all of you all to win, but sadly we'll pick one person, and all 4 will get together and build it. So that's how we will try to the last 2 batches actually completed their products. So that's how we can help you all to complete that, only if everyone gets together and do it. So during that time there will be PMs helping you all, then there will be QAs, deployment team, everyone will help you all to ensure that the product is deployed, and then you can, when you are leaving, you all can be proud of, okay, so we have our own product or own component, or at least a feature to say that this is ours. So what I just explained to you is now in slides. rotation program. So you all will rotate in these verticals are our project teams who will build products to market. Then practices are the horizontals which glues our product teams together. So you all will be rotating in all those verticals and practices which I have listed there. So this slide is about the innovation training that we have every week. And I have listed few technical workshops that we are doing and few soft skills workshop. So ideation phase, I just explained to you all. So the pitch contest, explained to you all again. Design and development stage. So even in this stage, especially in this stage, you will not be left alone to do this on your own. We will not spoon feed you all, but we will be hand holding. So every day there will be a stand-up meeting with a senior technical lead who will help you all to design and go through the daily development that the PMs have discussed with you all and come up with. Okay, so after the internship, you all not going to be at home, so you all will want to work, right? So why work with Leapset when there are so many other companies? So now the time to give I got away question. You're good. So only your performance matters, nothing else. So not the number of years. So we have, we have few who had become TLs in less than 3 years, who's doing really well. So we didn't keep them back telling, okay, so they've got only 3 years experience. There are senior engineers with more experience, so that we should hold them back to gain just that number of years wise to gain that experience. Then move on. No, if you all are good, technically sound, and good at what you are doing, we will promote. So it's called, actually in all sense, we have a fast track career growth. So we offer very attractive remuneration packages, even for interns. And I'm sure none of you all are interested in remuneration at this point, where you all should be interested in what you all will gain by doing an internship than a remuneration. Saying that, you all will soon hear, I'm not going to tell you here today, but you all will know how much we offer even an intern later on maybe. And we are a very flat hierarchical company. We have only, you could say 2 layers just for the layers' sake. So there is all our directors, then there is us. That doesn't mean no one can get promoted forever. Everyone will be in the bottom layer. No one get promoted. No, there are designations. That's not to overpower anybody. That's just for your seniority or as your return for your performance. We give promotions, as in we change designations. Salary revisions are done, but a very flat structure we maintain. And plus, even to meet director engineering is all open door. No one has to get any appointment and wait for days. Even for interns, it's just open door. Go and talk to them. Maybe if they're on a call also, they will tell you to come back. Apart from that, it's all open door to meet our MD, to anyone else, even our CEO who comes and visits us quarterly. And also we give a training program. We send 3 to 4 of our employees every month to our headquarters in US for technical training. So that's also a good reason you should join us. And it's a very fun culture. Don't believe because I'm saying. Y'all, there are actually seniors of yours. I think they're now in their 4th year. Go meet them and ask. Don't believe because I'm saying. Just ask them how much they love to work with us and the services company. So through them we have a wider coverage to all 700,000 their corporate customers. Say, when you're having your own product, you should have a market to sell. So we can say individually, or you can come up with different types of products. But if you can't sell them, then what's the point of building a product, right? So whereas we already have a market, and then we build products to sell in the market, which is already first to just grab through our parent company. That's why currently we are only focusing on restaurants and hospitality industry. In the future, yes, but it's always good to focus on one industry than trying to sell your products in different industries. Hardware, so that is custom made for us, and then there are printers, and then there are other Leapset wallets and things which comes as a part of that product. And now we are expanding. We've hired electronic engineers as well to deal with more developed and sophisticated hardwares. So to do a bit of firmware and things as well. So those are the hardwares that we have currently. Any more questions? A quick question for you all. So 3 o'clock, do you all have a lecture? Or